I would frame my style like what LeTroy was saying at that time was I was running a 45 person team and ran around my head cut off and my hair on fire, and mine was like I'll just show up and but the part where like I trust you, LeTroy, that you're gonna figure it out. That's true. That's totally there. Is I totally depended on you to kind of set the stage, find the people, and I would say that speaks to my like kind of the trust fall. The more you trust fall with someone, the more like I started really trusting you because like I knew you could find interesting people, and it fed into the production being really interesting, or the interview being really interesting, excuse me, and that I would just show up. It wasn't a list of questions always. Sometimes the person would want one, but I always kind of saw that as a red flag that they needed more structure. And the ones that would just LeTroy found, they were super interesting, completely out of my wheelhouse. I didn't talk to or work with, jump on a show. And there was a few of them where we would record the prep because just in case something super interesting was said with them, because just jumping on with some people is just like it's there's chemistry, there's interest, there's top, and so I started trusting and really relying on that. But looking back, it's somewhat dependent on my skills and my ability. Like I love being uncomfortable and I love being thrown into situations. I super thrive in that. I don't think everybody does, and I don't expect everyone to, as a guest or a host. So it just depends on, I think, who you've got to work with, and I think that's why LeTroy and I did so well together.
And I will even what you just suggested about being able to operate in chaos, like that is a skill, and that's something that I think you want out of a host. We've seen, in my time period, countless hosts that aren't able to operate when things aren't going exactly as planned. Well, when you're talking about creating content, things aren't going to always go according to plan. So you need to know how to pivot and be able to handle that. And I think that that's something that, we talked about hosting before. That's something that I definitely want to see in a host because, in particular, in radio, it's immediacy. And if there's a breaking news event that's happening and you're not able to handle that process and be able to pivot off of what you had planned, that's a problem.
pushplaypods.com